Hello, my name is Michael Burke and I'm one of the Higher Education Access Partners for FIA. Today we are going to explore options to meeting the gap. First, we need to identify what is the gap. The gap is the difference between the cost of attendance minus any financial aid you receive. Once we determine the cost of attendance at your school, we can subtract the financial aid offered, and the difference is the gap. This is the balance you may need to pay to cover your educational expenses. Each year, schools need to develop their cost of attendance, which consists of tuition, fees, housing, if you are planning to live on campus, or a living expense if you are commuting, books, supplies, cost materials, education, equipment, transportation, and miscellaneous expenses such as medical, dental, laundry, whatever case may be. When we look at the cost of attendance, we need to determine the difference between direct costs and indirect costs. Direct costs are those costs that show up on your bill, such as tuition, mandatory fees, housing, food, and sometimes books and supplies if the school is providing them to you. Indirect costs are those costs that are part of your cost of attendance but don't show up on your bill. It could be books, supplies, medical expenses, laundry, etc. Now that we know the costs, we can look at options to fund the gap. Let's review some of the options that may be available to you. You may want to make sure the school is aware of any changes in your family's circumstances that could impact your eligibility for financial aid. Don't be afraid to let the school know of any changes in your family's circumstances, such as reduced income, changes in employment, medical or dental expenses not covered by insurance, recent death or disability, or changes in your marital status, such as divorce or separation. Some schools offer tuition payment plans. These are plans that allow you to pay for any balance over several months instead of paying the full balance up front. A school may offer a 4-month, 10-month, or 12-month plans depending on the plans that are offered by the school. These plans usually have a small fee to participate but don't charge any interest on the amount you're paying each month. They are interest-free. Another option are income share agreements. These are agreements that allow students to pay for college on the back end. Once a student completes their program, gets a job, a percentage of their future wages will be used to repay back those funds. Not all schools offer these types of agreements, and they are all different. So make sure you're aware of the terms, the conditions to participate in these agreements. Some schools offer their own loan program in addition to other loan options that will be available to you. Now, this may be a good time to research outside private scholarship options. This is free money that does not need to be repaid and is awarded in addition to funds from the federal government, the state government, and schools. Check with the schools you are interested in attending to see what scholarships they provide and how to apply. Follow up with your school counselor to determine what local or community scholarships are available. And certainly use the internet to research other private outside scholarship agencies that offer national scholarship opportunities to see if you qualify. You want to do this each year since new private outside scholarship options may be available to you. Check with your employer to determine if they offer educational benefits or tuition reimbursement programs. This may help in meeting educational expenses as well. Another option may include a Parent Federal Direct Plus loan that is available to parents of dependent undergraduate students. You can borrow up to the cost of attendance minus other financial aid the student is receiving. But remember, this is a loan and you will need to repay it back at some point. In addition to federal loans, there are private alternative loans offered by banks, credit unions, some state agencies like FIA, and other financial institutions. However, the terms, conditions, amounts you can borrow, interest rate, repayment options, and benefits are all different. These loans are not federally regulated, so make sure you understand the terms and read the fine print and make a good financial decision for your family. Pennsylvania offers a private loan called PA Forward for our Pennsylvania residents. If you are a Pennsylvania resident and looking at a private loan option, you should certainly consider the PA Forward loan offered by FIA. This loan was created to assist PA families who need additional educational resources. The loan is very competitive, has zero fees, multiple repayment options, and some really great benefits. This loan option may also be available to other students who are attending a school in Pennsylvania. Some other options you may want to consider is a savings plan or a 529 college savings plan. If you do not have a 529 college savings plan, it's not too late to set one up, even if the student has already started college. There could be some other cost savings and benefits you can use in meeting your educational expenses. Pennsylvania offers 2 529 college savings plans. You can contact the PA Treasury Department to learn more about the plans offered by Pennsylvania. If you are interested in the military, there are some educational benefits offered by the military. If you are a veteran, you may be able to transfer some of your educational benefits to a spouse or a child who is attending post-secondary education. If you own a home, you may want to consider a home equity loan or a line of credit. But make sure you understand the pros and the cons, since you will be putting your home on the line. You can also elect to meet your balances using current wages as well. One other option I would like to review with you before we go is look to see if there are ways in which you can reduce some of your educational expenses. Many schools offer several housing and food plans. Check to see if there's a less expensive option available to you. If you live near the school, perhaps you can commute or live off campus with roommates. You are not required to buy your books and supplies at the school store. You may be able to buy books, use books, rent books, buy online, or get from the library. Books and supplies can be very expensive. I hope some of the options I presented to you today are helpful. However, if you have questions and need additional help, please reach out to FIA. Thank you and good luck.